Thank you very much, Khalid Nadeem.
Okay. Khalid Nadeem, South Asia Middle East Forum. I'm sorry to go back, but I'm very interested going back to the wedding video. My concern was, why did these people working in the hotel say all those things? Because basically it shows that they're very dissatisfied. I mean, the staff in the hotel. And is it with themselves? Is it with the country? Is it with life? I mean, they showed themselves to be very, very bitter people. I mean, which when you actually went into that. And the other thing is, what is actually being done? I mean, despite what they said, I don't think those people need to be retrained. They shouldn't be penalised either. I don't think so. I think that's the wrong step to make. I hope they haven't been sacked from their jobs and told to go away. That's another thing. For you, there is no doubt it is a big thing. I've talked to 3 friends, personal friends of mine who work in the city, and they said they're rethinking about going to the Maldives over Christmas and the New Year, because they're just not sure what sort of reception they're going to get, or whether it's going to be a true, honest reception, which I think is very unfair, because the people I've met from Maldives are very welcoming, but you do have a big PR problem here, and you've really got to sort of sort it out, because the amount of publicity which has been given to this is nothing in comparison to anything being given to the Maldives in the past, I think. And this is a major problem you're going to have to do, since tourism is your major income earner as well. I'd very much like to see how the High Commissioner is saying that the government is taking steps to remedy this situation.
Well, first of all, about the actual incident, the hotel has been conducting renewal of wedding vows for a very long time, and none of this has surfaced. So we have reason to believe that it's not something dissatisfied employees of the hotel are continuing to do so. We have firm reason to believe that this was just a one-off. They thought they were being funny, and in the process they were very abusive. Because we don't have any complaints about other wedding vows that have been recorded and videoed from the hotel conducted by the same people, or the same group of people. As for the government has met with the tourism industry. We are going to put measures in place whereby all the resorts will have to comply to what sort of wedding ceremonies and wedding vows and renewals are going to take place. And have stringent measures and have monitoring mechanisms to see whether they are indeed being followed. I think that whole tourism industry is in shock about this. So self-regulation, I'm pretty sure, will come very, very quickly on that. It is a big PR problem for us. It's almost got equal publicity with President Nasheed's underwater cabinet meeting, which is a very positive thing. But unfortunately, we seem to have just taken a step backward. But I believe, the Maldives have a lot of people who go repeatedly to the country. I mean, the repeaters or repeat holidaymakers are a very high percentage of people who go to the Maldives. And they themselves will know that Maldivians are very hospitable people. And that, this may affect us in the short term, but I'm pretty sure in the long term, we will recover. And the people who have been to the Maldives will know that this is not the Maldives that they have been to.
What's happened to the hotel staff? Do you know?
Oh, the hotel staff, they have been suspended following an investigation, because not only is it abusive to the couple, but some of the issues that they have, the words they have used, is also abusive to our cultural and religious values. So there is an investigation going on. I cannot comment anymore because it is an ongoing investigation.
Thank you very much. Huma,
I feel a little bit disturbed when I hear about these distinctions about democracy as a member of the Executive Committee of Third World Solidarity. To me, democracy means 2 things. The people elect the leaders. Secondly, very importantly, the leaders are accountable. Democracy means that the leaders are chosen by the people and they're accountable to the people. It's the same democracy wherever you go in the world. So these distinctions between British democracy and we don't want a British democracy are quite false, and I have to assert that as a Pakistani Muslim who's been brought up in the UK, I'm very proud of the British democracy. It allows me to build a mosque wherever I want to. It allows me to wear a hijab or whatever else I want to. It gives me the freedom, which many other countries where there are more Muslims don't give women. So I feel it's very important. And whenever I hear this about the British democracy not going anywhere, I feel there is an underlying message saying, something about women. So we don't want the women to be so active. We want the women to dress in a particular way. We want the women to stay in the background. And I feel I had to assert that on behalf of all the women in this room today.
Thank you very much, ma'am. This is very important. I think this is a debatable, that what sort of democracy the country should have. I think the purpose of the people was there might be a democracy, that is a presidential system or parliamentary system, because these are the two models, I think, in the world under democracy, and there can be other models as well. So they don't mean by suppressing people or their right, I think they mean the different models. Can I invite the speakers to say if they want to say something before I conclude the meeting? Rita, you want to say something?
Very briefly, I think one of the points that have come across this evening is everyone's clear that you don't want to impose anything from here, but really the people who matter in all these, their voices have to be heard, they've got to be helped to assert, to learn, to govern themselves and run the country themselves in a very responsible way.
Yes, I agree with that.
Thank you.
I just want to agree with you on that point because for 30 years, former President Gayoom was able to get away with all the atrocities, claiming that Maldives is a unique democracy. And that was the word he very frequently flaunted. So I think you're right, you know, you either have democracy or you don't. There is no other two ways about it. But I just want to say thank you to everybody on behalf of Maldives for all your support.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Can I just conclude by saying that the discussion this evening was based on a lot of information for me, and I have been working with Her Excellency and her staff for a few weeks to organize this meeting, and I want to thank the staff, which is some of them sitting here apart from Third World Solidarity members. I think the whole emphasis was on expectation of the people and how the state or democracy, new democracy can meet those expectations. Second was how to balance the power in between judiciary, media, executive and the parliament, and transfer it and empower the people of Maldives, who themselves are, as it has been mentioned, good people, peace-loving people, and they want to progress. I think we are here to assist them in any way we can, and I think your support has shown that we will be very happy to do anything, Your Excellency, we can do here and support Dr. Nasheed, Mr. Nasheed, President Nasheed. And I want to thank all speakers who have spoken and also Member of Parliament who came. Karen Lumley came, Gary Streeter came, and also Ivan Lawrence, who is a farmer, I think, Member of Parliament, who came. But I want to thank you, who are the listeners, and take the message out, whatever we speak about in this rooms and these rooms. Can I thank you all, and good luck. Mrs. Abda, do you want to say something? Our last word from a woman.
I just wanted to say this discussion has given me a lot of awareness. I was always thinking about Maldives. It's a beautiful place, but I'm really now the problems and all these things, and I am really, hopefully I will be helping them. I don't know how, but I really like Maldives, and all this discussion has given me lots of information.
Thank you very much. Can I thank once again everybody? Give a big hand to yourself.